Hi guys, I'm out here working in my garden, and this year is really an experiment year for me. I have not ever tried to do a garden like this before, and I am very excited. I'm trying different things. I have a few things I've planted that were some free seeds that I got when I ordered other things, and one of those things was a type of bok choy. It was a baby bok choy. Well, what I have now learned is this is really a cold weather crop. So they grew super big, super tall, super fast. You can see here kind of how tall they were. And let me see, maybe I can show you one of the ones I already pulled out. So the idea would be that these would only grow, I think, just 4 or 5 inches tall, and then they would be harvested. Well, they just grew, and now have flowered. So I think that's what's called bolting, which means these really aren't, well, they might be okay to eat the bottom part, but I'm not taking it. I'm not going to try it. So what I'm going to do, I didn't use all the seeds, is I'm going to save these seeds, and then this fall, I will try them as a fall crop along with the lettuce. I have some lettuce that I put in here. It is also probably better as a, I should have started it out here earlier, but I had to build my enclosed garden, so that just didn't happen. But I am going to try to, let me show you the lettuce. So this is the lettuce. You can see it's also gotten quite tall, and I probably actually could have harvested. There's 2 types in here. There's kind of a mix, and then there's like a red lettuce. And so I'm going to go ahead and snip all this off and take it in the house and rinse it up and see if it's good to eat. And then I will also grow some more of this fall. I also don't think I understood spacing quite as well, because you can see I've got a acorn squash plant here that has just, man, I just feel like I come out here every day. It is getting huger and huger, and so it's going to need this space and that space, I think. Even though it's a bush type, I feel like it's going to expand in this space, so it's going to actually work out just fine. And so these guys are going to come out today. So is the bok choy that has, like I said, I think it's called bolting. And the third crop that I am going to potentially maybe have to wait, we'll see, is this broccoli. So I feel like it should be shorter and starting to develop heads, and that if it does develop some heads, I'm concerned it's going to flop over. I'm going to leave it in here for a while, but I think this may be doing the same thing that the bok choy did, but I'm going to give it a little bit more time and do a little more research to make sure before I just pull these out and try again later when I can do it as a fall crop. When some of these other things will have been at that point done. So that is kind of the update on a couple things here that are going to have to be retried in the fall. The potatoes have gone ginormous, and I think I might be able to harvest these relatively soon. Some of them are getting what looks like the beginning of some flowers. There's some yellowing in the middle that I'm hoping means that they're getting close to done, and not that they've either caught a disease or been over or underwatered, but they look for the most part super healthy. So hopefully I'm going to get some potatoes soon. The carrots are actually another thing that I think maybe I'll try again a little later to harvest as a fall crop. The ones that I winter sowed, the foliage is just gangbusters, but when I've pulled a couple of them up, they're fairly small. They've got lots and lots of baby hair roots, so this may be another thing that may get taken out to give the strawberries a little more room, because they're starting to get more and more flowers. I've already gotten one strawberry that just, was delicious. But everything else is looking fairly good. I staked up some tomatoes today to see, as you can see, they're getting rather large. I'm having a hard time figuring out if I'm watering enough or not too much, This side seems to be more wilty, but we'll see. This side is actually, some of them are starting to get some flowers, which means tomatoes shouldn't be too far away. So hopefully gonna get some tomatoes. And the basil I've pinched off once, and you can see that has caused lots of more branching, and they're still getting big and big. The peppers are growing nice. The onions are coming along, and the shallots, I'm not sure how long I wait for them. I pulled one up the other day because it looked like there was like 3, and I knew I didn't plant more than 1 bulb, but I think maybe that's just what shallots do, is they get more than 1 stem on them, and that's why when you break apart a shallot, you have a couple of like half bulbs. So I think they're coming on too. So far so good, hopefully. Everything looks for the most part pretty healthy, and I'm learning some things obviously about the things that prefer actually to be more of a cold crop. So that's the update on my enclosed garden. Hope you guys are having a great summer, enjoying, you know, beautiful weather, aren't getting and you're getting an appropriate amount of rain. I know in some places in our country right now, I know right here, my grass, it's June, beginning of June, like one of the first couple days of June, and places in my yard kind of look like July because we had a very mild and fairly wet later spring, and then all of a sudden a week or 2 ago it got hot, and we haven't had any rain really. So I've got some places in my yard that look like July beginning crispy. So I hope you're getting the right amount of rain and the right amount of sunshine and having a beautiful start to your summer. Thanks for joining me today in Aunt Susan's garden.